Calisthenic Hub, guys. I got Mark from the West Coast
Yeah,
Warriors. It's a pleasure to
what's
have him. It's a
happening?
pleasure to have him. And yeah, man, it's let's get straight to it. So, Mark, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Let's-
How old are you? Where are you from exactly?
Okay, so I'm 20 years old right now, and I'm from Fresno, California. I was born and raised here, you know, and yeah, so like I started calisthenics about like 16, like when I was 16 years old.
Okay.
I was like a sophomore in high school, and I was actually like 190 pounds as a sophomore. So like I was like always like a big, like husky guy. Like
Gotcha.
I grew up from I came out of an Italian family, so like all the time, bro, we're always eating, bro. Like they're always trying to feed me like hella carbs and stuff. So
Yeah.
like I was like, bro, like I was on a 16-year bulk before I even started calisthenics, you know. So like
Jeez.
I guess that was like where I got like my arms from. But I started as like a bigger dude, you know, like couldn't do a pull up at all, couldn't even like lift my legs up to do an L sit. You know, I saw this dude in the gym and he was just cranking out muscle ups and holding like V sits and like hitting Korean dips on like this super tall bar. And I was just like, bro, like, what is this guy doing? I was like, this feels like a superhero like training right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was kind of crazy to me. And so I came up to him and I was like, yo, bro, like what is this? I was like, I was like, yo, bro, like what is this? Like what are you doing? And he's like, oh, like this is calisthenics, it's like all body weight workouts and stuff. And I was like, oh shoot, okay, that's pretty tight, you know, like you know, I just started talking to him and then eventually we started training together. And what he had me do basically was do like 100 pull-ups, 100 dips, 100 leg raises, 100 push-ups, and 100 squats. He told me to do that every single day because like I really wanted to do a muscle up. Like that was my
Right.
first goal, was to do a muscle up. Um, and then like I saw like the Battle of Bars competition stuff like on my phone, and I was like, bro, like every move these guys do, you need to do a muscle up. I was like, I can't even do one of those. So I'm like, I I was like,
Yeah, for
bro, I
sure.
don't understand how you guys are doing this.
Yeah.
So like, so I literally did 500 reps every single day for like a month and a half, like 6 to 8 weeks,
Okay.
like probably with like 2 rest days.
Okay.
Like only when I really needed it, I would rest. But like, dude, that was like one of the most hardest grinds like I've ever had to do. And then
That sounds
eventually,
pretty intense, man. That sounds pretty intense. So that sounds like a full body workout for 5 days straight. That's yeah, that's intense.
yeah, it was pretty hard, bro. Like I had to go there like after school for like at least 3 hours, bro. I was at the gym. And like before, I was like, I played video games a lot. So that's like,
Okay.
I put on a bunch of weight. You know, like I was all like trying to go, I was playing like Call of Duty all the time and like GTA and like all these video games, like all day, all night, you know. So
I hear you,
I
man.
was,
I hear you.
I was in pretty bad shape, you know, like mentally and physically. So, you know, that was where, you know, I kind of came from. And then like little by little, you know, like I eventually, after doing like getting to about 4 or 5 muscle ups, we started going to this gym called Gymnastics Beat, and we would train like our freestyle there. And like at the time, I thought freestyle was like clap pull ups, like pull up 360, you know. And we would practice freestyle push ups too, like back clap push ups and
Yeah.
like 60 push ups. And like eventually I was getting into like the one arm clap push ups. And I was like, dude, these go hard. I was like, you
Jeez.
know, and then you know, eventually we ran into like a team over there at the gymnastics gym one Friday at open gym, and they were called the Bar Gorillas, and they were like a team that me and my buddy Jake, the guy who was like training me at the time, you
Right.
know, we kind of heard about them before. We're like, oh, like Bar Gorillas or whatever, you know, they train out of Fresno, and you know, the first thing I see is like one of the dudes hitting double 360 on this bar,
Yeah.
and I was like, bro, what? Like we were all warming up and stretching, and this fool just hits a front lever, super clean, back lever, and I'm like, this dude's got dreads and stuff, and I was like, bro, I was like, who is this dude? So like, we go up to him, I was like, hey, I was like, you guys do calisthenics, right? He's like, yeah. And I was like, hey, we do calisthenics too, or whatever. And we just started like session or whatever. We just like had a little session. And
Nice.
like we played like a game of bars and stuff. Like
Nice.
it was pretty tight. Um, and then he took us. He's like invited us out to their gym, you know, the next day, which was Playground Training Academy.
Okay.
And we came out to check out the gym, and it was like on a Saturday morning. And we came through literally the next day, and then like we saw this gym, and we were like, bro, like we didn't even know this gym existed.
Yeah.
Like that it was even in our time. And like there's bars all over the place. There's like a salmon ladder, there's like a rock wall, there's like a warped wall, there's like
Wow. So a
bars.
real like ninja gym type thing, like
Yeah,
ninja
it's like
warrior type thing.
yeah, it's a Ninja Warrior parkour calisthenics gym.
That's awesome.
And they had weights too.
Okay. Okay.
You know? And they had like all the rubber bands and everything. And I was like, bro, we can literally train anything here. Like
Yeah.
everything. I was like,
That's pretty cool,
dude,
man.
let's go, you know? So we started going to the Playground Training Academy, you know, and training with all the bar gorillas. And, you know, Steve-O, was the guy with the dread head.
Okay.
The dreads. And he was the guy who basically like birthed me into like the freestyle. Because like all I knew about freestyle was like clap pull-ups, and like that was it.
Got it.
Like
Got
this
it.
school was like taught me swing 360, taught me muscle up 3, taught me like how to have style and stuff,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So, and like at the time he was hitting like handstands on the high bar and stuff, and I was
Jeez.
just like, bro, I was like, that just watching that like scared me, bro.
It's
And
impressive.
I was like
It's
it was
impressive.
pretty intimidating, and I was I wasn't even able to like kick up against a wall or anything like at this time. So I was like, bro, because I wasn't able to do like no handstand, no back lever, no front lever, no planche, nothing.
It
Like
was just muscle up at that point, right?
just muscle ups. Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
Just muscle ups and clap pull ups and stuff,
Right.
you know. And then eventually, a few months later, I went to Battle of the Bars, LA,
Okay.
2017,
Mhm.
and I saw Daniels versus Sergio Street Workout. If you remember that battle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
Pretty epic.
So, huh?
Pretty epic.
Yeah, that was insane, bro. So like, we went up to the bars, bro, and it was like one of the most craziest days like of my life. Like I went up to like all these like people who like I saw like super inspiring. Like I saw
Yeah.
Tatted Strength, and I was like, oh shit, like it's Tatted Strength. Like went up to him, dabbed him up, bro. Super nice guy, you know. Like I saw like a bunch of other dudes like just seshing the bars, and I was just like there, you know, like kind of
Yeah.
like a newcomer. Like nobody knew who I was.
Yeah. Right. Right.
I was just like, oh shoot, like I went up on the bar, I threw like a little set, you know, I got off, and then you know, I was just hanging out. Like I met like Daniels and like the Thenex guys or whatever.
Yep.
Everybody who I saw like on the media,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it was a pretty cool experience. And I saw them like battle, bro, and it was insane. Like you had some crazy athletes. Like you had Swaggy Lee, you
Yep.
had like Daniels, Sergio, Bolo was in there. You know, some sick athletes, and they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And I was just like, bro, these fools are wild. But like the hype in that little booth
Yeah.
was like something I've never seen before, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like one of the things that reeled me into the sport, bro, was like when they were battling, right? Like both of the athletes would literally like chant each other on. Like they're like, yo, bro, let's go, let's get this bread. Like mid battle, I'm like, bro, they're battling each other.
And they're chatting each other on. That's awesome,
Yeah,
bro.
they're hyping each other up, bro. I was like, dude, I'm like, that's the sickest thing ever, bro.
Facts,
Like,
bro. That's
I've,
awesome, man.
I've never seen that in any sport before, So like to see that, like especially in like one of the dopest things I've ever seen. I
Yeah.
was just like, bro, like this is where I want to be. Like it's what I want to do. It's like I come back to the gym right after that expo
Yeah.
with the most inspiration, like motivation to just grind, bro. Like unlock my front lever, my back lever, like
Know it all.
handstand. And I was like, I can't get planche right now. So yeah, so I came back to the gym, right, with like the most inspiration and motivation and stuff to get like my back lever, my handstand, my front lever, and all that. And I was like, I wanted to compete in a competition.
Right.
So what I was doing, so there's a competition coming up in Santa Clara, and it was hosted by Jay Bay Life, if you know who that is.
I don't. Not yet. I literally just got into this like 6-7 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been life changing for me. So that's why I'm like, I'm sure there's other athletes out there that want to share their story. So yeah, but as you were saying,
so I started training for this competition by J Bay, and I was probably like 3 or 4 months out from it, and I'd never done a competition before, and I was like super super nervous because I was like, bro, like I don't know what I'm gonna do, like I'm like, dude, these fools are way better than me, like all this and that. And I was like, bro, like I'm never gonna be able to do it if I don't just like force myself to do it. So
absolutely.
like I literally just like told them that I was gonna compete, and like that was coming.
Yeah.
And like at that point I was like, well, like I better start getting this bread right now, or like like, or I'm just gonna show up and just get crapped on. So
Yeah.
like I started training super hard, and then like Steve-O was working with me on some sets and some combos, and like we pull up to the competition. It was me, Steve-O,
Yep.
this one guy named Omar, and then Kyle actually came with us, but he wasn't like started calisthenics yet,
Okay.
or actually I think he did. No, yeah, he started calisthenics. I think he already had shrimp by that time and shit, but so yeah, I competed in this competition, and then I went up against this dude named Sir Cheeverson,
Okay.
and I ended up losing. But like literally, I lost, but like I still showed out, right? I still
Right.
did everything I wanted to do, and I still like did my best. So like I wasn't mad at myself or anything. I was just like, oh shoot, like it's whatever. We'll get them next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But it was a super sick competition. Steve-O competed too. He got third place. And
Nice.
then Omar competed. He got first place. And that was actually the first time we met like the West Coast Warriors. And we met like Gavin, and we met Thomas. Like Thomas actually got second place
Okay.
against Omar. So it's some pretty crazy times. And then, so like,
That's when you
yeah,
were at the rest of the West Coast Warriors, right?
yeah, that's where I met the West Coast Warriors, and that was my first competition ever. So it was pretty cool. Um, then a little bit after that, like with the playground training academy, like
Yep.
we started going to like events for schools, and we started performing. So I helped them like do performances, and we would bring our bar set up, and we would just like set up, get some music going, and then just go ham, bro. Just start going in
Nice.
bars, like just give everybody a whole demo and performance and stuff. Um
And
and
that's like
so
at what type of schools you guys are going to? Like elementary, middle school, high schools?
this one was at a high school,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it was for like an elementary school event. So
Got
it
it.
was for like a running event, like a marathon event or so. Um,
Do you guys still do that often, or it was just like a
We haven't done it in a little bit because of the COVID stuff.
right?
But yeah, that was like basically
That sounds really
we
cool, man.
we used
Uh,
to do it a lot, bro. It was tight, dude.
that's
Like,
that sounds so cool, man. Just like the fact that you can inspire, the younger generation to proceed such an active sport and let it grow, through that channel right there, and that's amazing,
yeah,
brother. That's amazing.
yeah, it's super like I'm so grateful for like having like the ability to bless like other communities and inspire and motivate, through like what we love to do.
Yeah,
It's
for
like
sure.
the best feeling in the world. But yeah, like we've done schools, we've done demos. Like sometimes we would go to the school, we would put the kids through a workout, and then like after, we would pull out the bars and just
Yeah,
show out, hit some
nice.
360s or whatever, hit some
Yeah,
handstands on the bars, like muscle up stuff. Um, but yeah, so like that was my first event that I've ever done. And then right after that, I was sessioning with my boys. It was like a few months in advance, and I ended up, um, I ended up breaking my arm. So I broke my ulna, like clean break. Um, so I was out for like 2 or 3 months. And so I have a
that
plate
sounds
and
painful, man.
yeah. So I had like a plate and 6 screws in my arm. And I was at the time I was like, damn, bro, like I just broke my arm. I was like, I never broken a bone before. And like my whole family was just like, oh, like you need to stop doing this. Like you're just gonna hurt yourself, keep hurting yourself. Like
Yeah,
I don't know why you're like, you're working out so much. Like you're already fit. Like you don't need to do the. And I'm just like, bro, like fuck, like, I was going through it, so but it was what I love to do. So I was just like, bro, like nobody, no matter what anybody says, bro, like I'm still gonna do it
yeah.
because like it's just my nature at this point. So
Lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lifestyle,
absolutely,
bro.
absolutely, brother.
Once you go through it, bro, and you learn to muscle up or you learn certain things and you find a community and like you're in it, bro. It's just like you develop the habits to just do things every day and like you'll never forget about it. Like
Yeah,
it's always gonna be in the back of your mind. So I was just
agreed,
like, oh, I'm gonna
agreed.
keep going with it.
I agree with you, Mark. Yeah, man,
So,
that's amazing, brother. The fact that like this sport can build such a positive community, and like you said, even in the competitive aspect, they were still cheering each other on, like to
yeah,
push the limit further. So when the next guy comes around, he already knows he has to do double the work, and it's amazing, man. It's amazing how as a community we can support each other, man. That's great, brother.
yeah, yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
it's super super inspiring, bro. Um,
That's some good work you're doing too, by the way. Sorry to cut you off. The fact that you and the crew are going around to schools and motivating, that's inspirational, brother. That's inspirational as well. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's all. That's like I'm more than happy to help out anytime I can. But all that goes through like Lamont, bro. Like if you've heard of Lamont Nash
Yeah.
or Nashville Calisthenics, that dude right there, he's like one of the most OG dudes in the game. And like he used to go to like the Raw movement at Santa Monica and Venice and stuff. And he's actually like judged the WCO comps before, like old Battle of Bars, and that's all through him, because he does like the gym and he's the one who got into like those events and the schools and all that, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh dude, let's go, bro. Like I'm down. Like let's get it, because I'm like, this is gonna be how we get paid like eventually. Like I mean, it's not just about like money, but it's like, you know it's going to help us and it's going to help the community more if we can do what we love for a living, so that we can just spend more and more time doing it and doing things with it, so that we can have a more positive impact on the community.
Agreed,
Because
Mark.
like if all of
Agreed.
us are just working random jobs, and we have these skills that like we can do stuff with, you know, but we don't have the time or the energy to like put stuff together, then it's like we can't like inspire and motivate at the rate that we could if we had all that time and energy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So
for
it's
sure, man.
like it's crazy. So it's like now I'm at a point in the journey, like doing all these competitions and stuff. Um,
What's motivating you now to keep on going? You know, what's your motivation
so
nowadays?
yeah, so oh, you said what's motivating me?
Yeah, what's your motivation nowadays? You know, because we know you're doing competition. You know, you're inspiring people through these programs and through these events. What keeps you going? You know, like like you said.
So So what motivated me, like in the beginning, was seeing everybody on Instagram, like holding planches and doing freestyle and doing like all this cool stuff, you know. So I'm like, that was a big motivation for me when I first started. And then like now that still motivates me, but like now I'm a coach, you know, like I actually coach the kids, you know, I probably train about like I probably train about like 60 to 70 kids like almost every day.
Nice, man.
And and like I also coach like personal clients too. And then like, you know, we just did this competition, the Playground Wars, you know, so it was pretty like stuff like that is what motivates me to go further. And like also other entrepreneurs that kind of get themselves in certain like areas and like kind of just like getting bigger. Like my main goal, like what motivates me is to grow, like literally on my website, my mission statement is to help grow the community and spread the sport of street workout through health, wealth, and good vibes.
Facts,
Like
bro.
that's like my mission statement is to just grow the sport and grow the community, you know, because the bigger the sport gets, you know, the bigger everybody gets as athletes,
Yeah,
you know,
for sure,
and
brother.
the better chance we have of putting it into like X Games or the Olympics or
Yeah,
whatever it is,
I
you
can't
know.
wait to so we start seeing on the ESPN reel. You know, the West Coast Warriors coming up at this, you know, XYZ competition. You know, like that right there is what motivates me, just to make sure
Yeah,
that the sport is getting its respect and its representation. You know what I mean?
exactly. But
Yeah, man, that's awful.
it's like also too because like also like in order to get there, you know, we have to just kind of because like all right, when you go for a move, right?
Yeah,
When you go for a new trick, like let's say you're going for a 540, right?
right.
Like you're not going to be able to get that 540 unless you put inside your mind that you can already do the 540, like
Absolutely.
you just haven't done it yet, you know, or like you haven't put into your head that you can do it, you know, or you can already do it.
Yep.
It's just, you know, you just got to do a few things in order to like train your body to do it, you know,
Absolutely.
but if you don't tell yourself to do it like now, you know, if you're not in it now, you know, then it's not going to happen, you know. So it's like the same thing with like wherever we want this sport to go. Like we have to get this sport like in our heads that it's an Olympic sport or it's an X Games sport. So we have to treat it like as such, you know, and like you know, big like let's say like for NFL, right? Like
Yeah.
NFL, they got like all these brand sponsors and stuff, and they do
Yep.
games every Saturday or whatever, and their practices like like every single day, you know, with their teams. And they go out there and they got the jerseys on. They all got their own jerseys. They have their own this and that, you know. And
Yeah.
it's like it's big time, you know. They're on TV and stuff.
Absolutely.
It's like, you know, like we as athletes, like what we can do is like form our teams, you know, you know, we have the West Coast Warriors, you know, and there's like, you know, Bar Savages, and there's you know, Toxic Bars or Bar Crazy Worldwide, and there's like, you know, all these other teams. And it's like, bro, if we started going out to these competitions and we had like jerseys on, like jerseys, we had the number and like the our sponsors on the jerseys, bro. We're going
Yeah.
out there or
Yeah.
like or one idea I had was like making trunks, like competition trunks. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
good, like, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good
Like
idea.
UFC, you know what I mean? Like you just go up to the competition, you're like, let's go, whenever you got your trunks on, or your team,
With the
bro, like all
number,
your logos.
yeah, that's dope,
Like,
bro. That's
see
dope.
that. That would go hard,
I
bro.
can see that, bro. I can see that, man. And
Like that.
that actually be great because it'll stop the memes that that calisthenic guys or the calisthenic community rather don't train legs.
Oh
I still
yeah.
train legs. That's how we always wear long pants. I'm like, I don't know. I wear my shorts in the summer, bro, because I live in the
Yeah.
Bronx. We have that seasonal.
Yeah, bro, I'm wearing shorts right now,
There you
dude.
go. There you go. There you go. But
Yeah.
yeah, that would be a great incentive for both things. Not only for brand marketing of the sport, but also we'll be able to kill that meme. two stones,
Yeah, bro.
two
For
birds
real.
with one stone.
Yeah. Killing two birds with one stone.
Facts, bro. Facts,
Yeah.
man. That's
No,
great,
but
man. That's great that you got that inspiration inside of you. Not only just for your personal goals, but for the sport as well, man. And that's amazing, brother.
yeah.
That's amazing. You mentioned you was a heavy kid when you started. How much do you weigh now?
I weigh like 180.
180. Okay, okay.
I weigh like 175. So
Gotcha.
like I weighed 190 right when I first started,
Right.
and then I told you I hit all those reps, right? Hit hella reps. Took me so long to do that,
Yeah.
and about like 3 months, like 3.5 months afterwards, I lost about like 30 to 40 pounds, like 30 pounds.
And that's just pure exercise. No extra dieting or anything like that as far as nutrition.
Yeah, so dieting, I did like a shake like in the morning and a shake at night, and then like my lunch was probably like a sandwich, a Greek yogurt, and like you know something else like a green tea or something like
Got it.
that.
Got it.
You know,
So you would just
so
pretty much try to go on a calorie deficit as much as possible. And
yeah, it was so hard, bro, because like I had my mom like she loves to cook, bro. So she would always be chefing it up in the kitchen, making
and
like
it's
bomb meals. And it's like sometimes it was just like I was like, fuck, like I was like, Mom, I can't eat that. I was
bro, I
like,
can only imagine as Italian man, and then getting that home cooked meal. That's amazing,
yeah,
bro.
dude,
That's amazing, man.
yeah,
And then it's
that
also
was like one of the
very
hardest things.
tempting, very tempting, brother.
Yeah,
Very tempting.
bro.
When I went on my shredded plan, it was tempting as well. Just a lot of stuff like that. When you go into a house and you smell that home cooked meal, you're like, can't have that
Yeah,
rice, can't have this, can't have that. But it's all part of the process. Um,
yeah,
that's awesome, bro. Uh,
yeah. But like that is a big step. It's just like being able to cut certain things out. Like that's a big step, like mentally.
yeah,
Change you physically too. Um,
absolutely.
but yeah, so like I went from 190 to 155, like dropped all the way down to 155 just through calisthenics, like no cardio, anything else whatsoever.
Well, as we know, man, calisthenics just works out so many muscles groups together.
Exactly.
And with that comes with an excessive amount, not excessive, but a high amount of calorie burning, just because you're constantly using so many muscle groups at once to do the body movements, such as a push up or a pull up. That's why those are the fundamentals are the best, in my opinion, man. They're great. They're great.
Yeah.
Don't skip them. Don't skip them. So whoever's watching, don't skip those.
Yeah.
You need to build the top of that. Um,
Exactly.
Speaking of the, you mentioned that it's a mental game too with calisthenics, right? What other areas has calisthenics improved in your life?
Oh, dude, like calisthenics is like so. Like calisthenics has helped me like physically and like I said mentally. So
Yeah,
it's like when I first started, um I was scared, like I was scared of like going upside down, like but it took me like 2 weeks to do a skin to cat, bro.
listen,
like like
it's
a
not
skin to
easy.
cat was so scary for me, bro.
My first handstand, I still remember it, bro. That fear of being upside down is crazy,
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
I get it. You're not used to it. I get it.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, I was scared to kick up against a wall and stuff like that, and I was just like, bro, like, how am I gonna do this, bro? Like, but it's like now, dude, I'm like at the competition, I did like a press, like a handstand press on the
Yep. On the high bar.
on the not the high bar, but the there's like some monkey bars, some
Gotcha.
super tall monkey bars, like the same height as the high bars. I did like a planche press on there, like during the
Jeez.
comp. So
Jeez.
I'm like, bro, it's like crazy because like I'm not scared to do that like anymore. You
Yeah,
know, it's like back then I'm like, bro, I was so scared to kick up against the wall. You know, it's just like
for
huge
sure.
mental jump. But like you said, like how does that, you know, translate to like my real life? And, you know, the answer to that is like, it just gives you such like confidence with yourself. Like after being scared of something and then you like getting up and then you train it for a little bit and then you actually do it and you get over that fear. Or like if it's a backflip, right? Like I was super scared of backflips, like
Yeah.
insanely scared of backflips. And it took me a while, but you know, I eventually sent it like on the trampoline. And like after that, bro, I felt like so accomplished, bro. Like I could do anything I wanted, you know.
Nice. Nice.
And you know, like once you just keep knocking out these little obstacles,
Yeah.
right? These little obstacles and like these moves, and you know, eventually bigger moves, and you know, our bigger obstacles, you know, it helps us cope with different things we go in life. So it's like, oh, like if my job is hard, it's like, oh, I have a hard job or whatever. Um,
Or those hard
you're
days
like,
that we you
oh,
wake up with no motivation and stuff.
yeah, you're like, dude, this isn't hard. You're like, I just did a backflip the other day. Like, you know, I got this. Like, you know, I did all these workouts the other day. I'm like, dude, like I have enough strength to do any job I need to do, you know?
I hear you.
And and like I worked so my junior year summer, I got a summer job, and it was digging holes like for a swimming pool company.
Got it.
And you know, I dug trenches and I mixed concrete, I broke up concrete, you know, we poured grout into like waterfalls, we scraped down the pools, we cleaned the trash out of there, you know, cleaned out the trailers, like all this random stuff, bro. It's just like super taxing on the body.
A lot of
Uh,
manual labor.
but like I needed a job, you know, so I needed to make some money so that I can fund myself to go out to these competitions, you know, because there is a competition coming up, the Venice competition, and it was like the third one, the third annual Venice competition,
Gotcha.
and that one was actually on my prom day. So I skipped prom to go to the Venice competition. Like, and I was a kid that never went to any dances or anything. Like I don't know, I just didn't go to them. You know,
Yeah.
and like everybody at my school was like, "Oh, like, are you going to prom and this and that?" And I was like, "Nah, bro. I'm like, I might get this bread, bro. I might compete. You know,
Yeah, for
like,
sure, for sure.
I want to go to Venice and fucking throw down, bro. Like screw that. You know." So
Yeah, yeah.
it
You
was
had a
lit.
mission. You had a mission, man.
Yeah.
You was
But like, yeah, dude, it just like calisthenics in general, you know, it helps your mental like crazy, bro, because it gives you the confidence to just walk up in somewhere and just be like, you know, just be like, what's up? Like you walk up in a store or whatever, and like you're not like, or you walk up anywhere and like you're not
that
like
shy
scared.
person
Yeah,
or
you're not shy. You
scared
have that
or
confidence, you know.
timid. Right, right. You walk in there knowing like, yo, this is who I am and I'm gonna present myself correctly.
Yeah, because like usually, you know, when you have someone like ask you some questions and you're like, and they're like, oh, so like, what do you like to do? You know, what do you like to do with your free time? And like usually my answer was like, oh, like I like to play video games, like da da da. And I'm like, bro, like that doesn't sound cool, bro. I'm
Yeah.
like, that doesn't sound cool. So I'm like now, like I started doing calisthenics, I was like, you know, I was proud to talk about what I did and like
Yeah.
what I love to do. You know, I was like now I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know, I do calisthenics, you know, it's like body weight workouts, you know, I do this and that, you know, and it's actually like awesome to talk about, you
Yeah.
know, and
That's for sure.
it's not like basic, you know. One of the best things about it was that it was a new thing, you know, so we're all catching this wave like at the right time,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, man.
It's about to get bigger and bigger, you know. It's about to get crazy
And it's
big.
up to us to help it guide it in the right direction, man. So I agree with you. I agree with you. And like you said, all the athletes, we got to get together, and especially the ones that are at the competition level, and just start organizing.
Yeah,
I think that's the best way for us to accomplish anything together as a community, and I'm sure we're gonna catch that wave, and we're gonna ride it real nice to the top all the way.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Awesome, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, man. So
Uh,
tell me what do you see for the future as far as calisthenics for yourself?
so what I see for the future is, yeah, I definitely see it at like a high. I see it as like, I see it as being televised eventually. Eventually,
Okay.
it's going to be televised, you know, or it's going to be like on the live stream. Like I have different, so I've organized two competitions now,
Yeah,
like myself, which is actually like insane, bro. Like I never thought I was going to organize a freaking competition before.
that's good. That's
Like,
good. That's awesome.
like from that first time I went to Battle of the Bars, I was just a random person. I didn't know anything. I barely know anybody. Nobody knew who I was, and my only goal was to compete,
Yeah.
not like organize a competition.
Right.
And so like while I'm organizing these competitions, like I keep getting little ideas in my head, um, you know, because before, like I said, I like to play video games, right?
Right.
So my goal back then was to like, because I saw these pro gamers, right, and they're winning like $400,000, $1 million, like just for playing video games, bro. Like at some random, like at some tournament,
Yeah.
right? It's like probably a world tournament or a national tournament or something,
Yeah.
versus like all these like all these straight up tryhards, bro. Like everybody's playing the games every single day, bro. It's like,
Yeah.
dude,
For
you
sure.
can't beat them, bro.
For sure.
So I'm like, bro, like these fools are literally winning money for playing video games. And like I thought that was cool, bro. I was like, dude, I wanna, win a bunch of money or make a bunch of money just from playing video games, because um like people told me like, oh, like if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
That's true.
And now it's very true. It's like I work every day, I work every Saturday, but it doesn't feel like I work, because I'm literally doing what I love.
Yeah.
But like as I was saying, right, so I was all into like esports, right? And like esports has come quite a ways from like a few years ago. Like now there it's like an actual thing. Like people buy tickets to go and watch these events, and they got all the stands, bro, just filled with people,
Yeah.
and they got mad money on the line. All these fools come in there with their jerseys, they got their sponsors on, they got like all these different companies backing them, and they're all living in houses, bro,
Yeah.
making YouTube
Yep.
videos and like just straight living the life, bro, playing video games. Like these fools are sponsored by Red Bull and like all these random like mortgage companies and like
Random.
partnering with
That don't
Drake.
even make sense.
I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, these fools
It's the
like
audience. It has to be the
so,
audience that's driving all that money.
so what my vision is for the sport of street workout is getting it to that level. Because I can see street workout getting to that level, like like you have a competition, right? And we
Yeah.
just sell out a whole arena, bro. Like a whole arena sold out to watching these athletes battle. Oh, we
That
got
sounds
like
great.
we're gonna have big screens on the top of
Right.
the roofs, bro. Like
Yeah.
where fools could watch the battles. Like, oh, this fool's doing 900 or
Yo,
something,
facts,
bro.
bro. Oh man, that'd be awesome, man.
And are gonna have sponsors all over the place, and then like also like I've seen them, do
Halftime
like
performance. Let's call it all. Let's call it all. Halftime
yeah,
performance and
halftime
everything.
performance too, everything, bro. You know what I'm
Everything.
saying?
Everything.
Just freaking hook up the people with the shirts, like with this
Facts.
brand sponsors and all
Yeah.
this and that, So that right there is like what I see for the sport of street workout. Like,
That's cool, man.
I mean,
That's a
it's
good. That's a good vision.
I see it as being big, bro, like super big, because it is big,
Yeah.
and it needs that sort of attention, because it's only gonna inspire other people to do it too,
Yeah,
And when other people do it too, they're bettering themselves physically, mentally, and spiritually.
absolutely, bro. Amen to
And
that.
like you get put into a community where it's like only positive vibes and like um if they're even going through anything like um what I say, if anybody's going through anything like bad that they're struggling with in their life, it definitely helps to be a part of a like supporting community,
Absolutely.
just where everybody's real with each other,
Yeah,
you know,
for
that
sure,
you just
bro.
talk to. So,
For sure.
uh,
Yeah. What about your goals? Any future goals you guys set for yourself?
um, yeah, like one of my goals, like, I mean, I have a few goals. So like one of my goals with like West Coast Warriors,
Yeah. Let's talk about
right,
that.
is to or West Coast Warriors and my brand Rubber Duck Gang.
Okay.
Uh, so this is right here, Rubber Duck
Gotcha.
Gang.
Gotcha.
My goal right now with that brand is to get it into stores. So if I can get that into like a Zoomies or like a Tilly's or whatever, or some store like that, bro, I
Yeah.
feel like that'd be so cool. Like that would be so awesome if I could get into some stores like that. Um, and then same thing with these shirts, like these West Coast Warriors shirts. Getting them into stores. That's for merch. And like my goals for what's it called? Um, like the platform
Sure.
of West Coast Warriors, because like we are building like a platform where you can go on the website and like you can learn calisthenics through there. Like you can learn either freestyle or you can learn how to work out.
Gotcha.
Like different workouts, or you can learn different static holds. Like if you want to learn how to planche, front lever, back lever, or whatever, like we're gonna have it on there. Like
Gotcha.
if you want to learn how to do a muscle up 360 or a 720, we're gonna have it on there. You know,
Stay tuned,
and
guys. Stay tuned.
stay tuned. Stay tuned. WestCoastWarriors.com, and then you get dripped up. RDGclothing.com,
There you
and
go.
then if you need some personal training, go to MarkValeriati.com. So, and then like my goals as a trainer is like, honestly, I feel like I've already like kind of reached my goals as a trainer. Like the only other thing is to like maybe I can, like train celebrities or something. I feel like that would be pretty cool. But
Clientele,
honestly,
just
I like
elevate the
I,
clientele a bit.
yeah, getting some big guys like that. But I would still train like kids and like stuff like that, because like those kids are the future, bro.
Absolutely. And
Like,
that's what's gonna continue growing the sport, man.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
bro, we have these two kids from this gym now. Like their names are Alex and Max, and they competed at Playground Wars.
Alex and Max, if you're watching, you got shouted out.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
No, I don't. I don't. I don't.
Okay, so we have these little kids, bro, named Alex and Max Lurie, and they're brothers. So, um, first time I saw one of these kids, bro,
Yeah.
it was Alex, and he was climbing on top of the high bar so that he can do a backflip off of it. And he did a backflip off the high bar, bro. And he's like 11 at this time. And I'm like, bro, like what, dude? Just fearless, bro. Like absolute
Yeah,
fearless.
that's for sure. That's for sure.
Doesn't
Fearless.
care about anything. And I was like, bro, this kid could be a savage at calisthenics, right? So that's Alex. And his little brother, Max, bro. This kid is 8 at the time, right? I'm coaching class. I'm having them do a plank off, and so they're holding planks as long as they can. And, the winner's going to get 2 otter pops, right?
Okay.
So it came down to Max and this other kid named Nate, which is like 15, 16. And he's literally the strongest kid out of everybody, bro.
Okay.
Hella strong, like one arm pull ups,
Nice.
like front lever hold, and they're
Okay.
having a
Strong
plank off.
kid.
Him
Yeah.
versus Max, right? And Max is 8, and I'm like, and Nate's 15. And I'm just sitting there, it's about like 5 minutes into the plank, and I'm just egging them on, bro. I was like, hey Max, you better not let this big kid like size you up right now, like think he all big and bad, bro. He was like, you better hold this in his face right now. And then I was gassing him up too. I was like, hey Nate, I was like, you better not let this little kid like come up
Show you off.
and show you up, think he's stronger than you and stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
just like
yeah.
just gassing him up the whole time, bro.
Oh
And
man,
they both held the longest plank I've ever seen anybody hold, bro, which was 22 minutes. So Max actually won.
that's
Max won.
crazy, bro.
So Nate dropped
8-year-old.
after, yeah, 22 minutes, bro. They lasted like 22 minutes, 12 seconds. And I
Wow.
was like, dude, I was like, you have some crazy potential in this sport, bro. And
Crazy
like,
core strength too, and just the fact
yeah,
and the will to continue, man. That's
yeah,
amazing,
dude.
bro. Let
And
alone
I ended up giving both of them 2 otter pops,
they
because
both deserve it. I mean, 22 minutes, they both deserve it, bro.
yeah, bro. But like those kids, Alex and Max, right?
Yeah.
Like they're at this competition and they're throwing swing 360 to like 180 mixed grip 360 to like backflip off the high bar, and like Max is holding like one arm back lever and stuff out here, and he's
Jeez.
10 now, and Alex is 12, and Alex was hitting like 360 to quad 540 like in one combo, like kip up giant to ganger, like just hitting stupid stuff. And I'm
It is
just
really
like,
acrobatic and wow.
I was like, bro, like what, dude? And he actually hit 540 ganger like in the comp, bro. Like little Alex,
Was
dude.
he training for that or something, or
I
it
mean,
just
yeah,
kind of
he's in
came?
the gym, bro. They train with us all the time.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So,
Wow,
like
bro,
they
that's
train with
amazing.
us.
It just
You
goes to
know,
show,
they
man, the discipline. As
and
long as you put in that work,
they just sesh, bro. Like it's crazy to
that's
just
that's
see that, bro.
that
And,
sounds so dope.
and they started calisthenics because of the first playground wars.
Nice.
They saw the first playground wars and they were just like, oh, like it just opened their eyes so much, so, and they're like, oh, like I want to do that. And all of a sudden started training their 360s, started training their flyaways and this and that and their statics, and like,
That's amazing,
bro,
bro. Look at that, inspiring more kids, and
it's crazy, bro. But
that's dope, bro.
one thing I wanted to share though was
Yeah, go
like
for it.
the like the reason that playground wars like started, right, was okay, I'm gonna take it back to like to 2019.
Okay.
So last year, right, me and my team, we went to Ecuador, right, and Nikki and Mauricio um organized the Street Warriors competition, right, and that competition was one of the most insane comps, bro, at Street Fit and Bato. So we're all of us, the West Coast Warriors, all of us were in Ecuador at this time.
Yeah.
And we had Tony Gaste, Maori Dynamics. We had like some savage athletes there, like battling.
Yeah.
And we battled and had just like an amazing time, you know. And like that right there was like what gave me the inspiration to like that I can actually organize a comp, because they organize a comp. I was like, I should be able to organize a comp too. But
Yeah.
like, we've always been talking about doing it at Playground. I was like, honestly, I was like, nobody else is gonna organize a comp. So I was like, I'm just gonna take the first foot forward and then do it. You know, but so like when I came back from Ecuador, right? So I battled in Ecuador, and then I actually went to Mexico too. I battled in Mexico at No Gravity Wars, which was
Okay.
pretty sick. Um, I made it past the qualification round, and
Sure.
then I lost my first round, but like it went in overtime, so like I almost won. So, but anyways, so I got
Yeah,
back
man.
to Fresno, right?
Yeah.
After like a month and a half of being gone, and I'm broke. I'm super broke, and I get a job at Costco, in like probably a week, like a week's time that I was there. And I was working there for like 30 days, right? And I was working there, pushing carts, and I was training as hard as I could
Yeah.
because I was trying to compete in Battle of the Bars San Jose to go to Dubai.
Okay.
And so 30 days after my job cut me. So I got cut from my job. And I was like, honestly, I was like, oh, this is lit. Like I have a lot more time to train for this
Yeah.
competition,
Yeah.
Like I wasn't
That's the
tripping
bright
over.
side. That's the bright side.
I was like, I wasn't tripping over me not having a job anymore because I was like, I could always get another job.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I could train for this competition more, right?
Right.
So 2 days later, I go into the gym and warm up a little bit. I hit a full planche press, which like at the time, bro, like I was just leveling up like crazy for that comp. And
Nice.
then like I hit a full planche press, and then I was like, okay, I'm pretty warm. So I go on the bar, first combo, bro, and I hit like a handstand to alley oop, and I clip my feet on the alley oop, and then I
Oh
grabbed the
man.
bar a little too long, and it's just boom, right, like straight, yanked my shoulder, bro. And then after that, like I have my water bottle, right? I was like this, like trying to get it up, right, and my shoulder's giving out, and I'm like, oh fuck. I was like, bro, I went from being able to planche press, full planche press, to not even holding a water bottle, bro.
That's
Like,
that's ouch, bro.
so I lost my job and I lost my shoulder, which is like, the two, like, I mean, I was tripping over my shoulder more than anything. Like,
Yeah.
I started
Can't
like
train like that
crying,
no
bro.
more, man. That and the shoulder pain is horrible, brother. Horrible,
Yeah,
man.
bro. So like I was in the backyard, bro. I had to just like give myself some time, bro. Like I just needed like a few minutes, bro. Cause I was like, my mind was so intensely like focused on this competition.
Yeah.
So when I focus on a competition, bro, like I focus hard, bro. Like I think about anything that I can throw, anything that they can throw, like what I'm gonna do to respond to whatever they throw. And I'm making sure that I can do that like first try, like, and then hit statics right after whatever I need to
Right.
do.
Right.
So, and like I was just thinking about that every single day, right? Like even when I was pushing carts, like I was thinking about this battle. I was just constantly like just envisioning like myself winning, right? And like I just messed my shoulder up, and I was like, fuck, bro. So I was just like, I was in another place, right? And I didn't want to tell any of my parents or anything because I already knew what they were gonna tell me. Like, oh, you're messing yourself up too much. You need to
Right.
stop doing this. You just
Kind of
lost
repeat of
your
what
job.
happened the first time.
Yeah, exactly. And they're just gonna like lay into me. So I didn't tell them, and I just kept like, so what I had to do, right, was like, my mom was like, oh, like you lost your job, right? So like you need to go on unemployment. And I was like, okay. So, I'm blessed to have a mom to tell me
Yep.
that I can do that. And I was like, all right, hell yeah. So I started doing that. And then while I was doing that, right, I started working more classes at the playground.
Okay.
I started making my personal training brand. I started working on the Rubber Duck Gang brand, and I organized the Playground Wars. So I used all that time that I wasn't training because I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't training, or, I would go to the gym just to say hi to everybody, but that's it, and hype them up for their combos. But I couldn't train or do anything. I was out for 8 months for my shoulder. I couldn't do anything for 8 months. I got
Ouch.
2 MRIs. They couldn't tell me anything, what was wrong with it. So I had no idea if I was even going to be able to do the sport again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I used that time like wisely, bro. Like I used like that was like a big part in my life where I was like, I can either just get a regular job and just do whatever, or I can like go all in right now and like make this my life.
Yeah.
And that's the path that I chose. So like I started working on all those different things, like every single day, bro, I got on the computer and I started making up some sort of thing. Like I made a business card or whatever. I made like all these, like a flyer. I made
Right.
like, I was doing made the shirt, the logo, and
Yep.
I was just doing all this
You was
random
getting
stuff,
busy. You was getting busy, getting to work.
just getting to work, bro. Just whatever I thought about, I was just working on it, and
Good.
I would
Good.
just like play some music on my computer and I would just make it happen.
Yeah.
And then, eventually I made that competition and it was one of the most insane comps. Like everybody loves that comp, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody loves these Playground Wars comps, because it's just like, it's such a chill environment. It's not like at an expo or anything. It's at our gym. No one's going to tell us what we can do,
Yeah.
like no one's going to give us shit or anything. So,
Exactly.
it's just super chill. We could stay afterwards, like as long as we want. We don't have
Right.
to leave early, so
Sounds like a good time.
it's super dope, so yeah. And then now, that competition has inspired, a lot of different kids and people and like motivated people. So
That's
that
amazing.
was like one of my biggest like accomplishments right there, bro.
That's
And
great,
like
man.
I knew that there's like there's reasons to everything, and like at that time I didn't know what that reason was,
Right.
but I knew that it was going to be for a really good reason. And like now, like I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I know what that reason was, bro. Like,
Yeah, for
like
sure, man. There's always a reason behind certain things, man. You can't take everything as a setback. You got to just look at the lesson in there
yeah,
and move forward, man. And I feel like
yeah,
that's what calisthenics also helps us with, because as we know, we can't just rush the process to a planche or a back lever. There's steps to get to that, and
yeah,
even if it's hard, you got to just push on through and persevere, and you know that you can get there. And I think that applies to your business ethic, because you was just working hard, and the time that you did have not to train and not working, you just devoted to yourself and your brand, man. That's amazing, brother.
yeah.
That's amazing,
And I
man.
was like, bro, like I was gonna get to work, so.
That's it, bro. That's
And
it.
then now, I just organized the second Playground Wars. I sponsored it, and then we were selling these T-shirts, the West
Yeah,
Coast Warriors T-shirts. We're working on West Coast Warriors, making a freestyle tutorials. I'm coaching classes every day.
you must
I'm
be a
actually
busy
about
man
to,
right now. Look at
I'm
you, had
actually
all this
about,
time in your hand. Now you all busy up.
yeah, dude, it's pretty tight,
That's
It's
dope, man. That's good, man. And you're doing positive things, bro. Which
yeah,
at the end of the day, you go home, you like, was it a good day? Yeah, because you could have inspired somebody else to live a better, active, and healthy life, man. That's Mark.
exactly.
That's beautiful, bro. That's beautiful, man. I'm glad you're working on that. I'm glad there's athletes out there not just thinking about the competitive level, but also growing the community, bro.
Yeah, bro, because once we grow the community, like if all of us work on growing the community and growing the sport,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know, because I feel like there was a point where like all of us were kind of just like waiting for the
Yeah.
sport to blow up rather than actually trying to get people
Being
in it,
proactive and yeah.
and actually growing it like ourselves. Like if all of us grow it ourselves, bro, it's just about to blow up even that much more,
Let's
and
do it.
it's only going to benefit all the athletes, and
Absolutely.
everybody involved in it. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's do it, man. Let's make that our mission statement. That's my mission statement here in the Calisthenic Hub, to spread the calisthenic community globally. I have the fortunate time to interview you, Mark, from California, and other athletes throughout the world. So thank you again for your time.
yes,
It's an
sir.
honor, man. It's an honor. How about you let us know where we can follow you? You already mentioned a few websites. Let's mention them again and let us know. Let us know.
Okay, so basically, guys, if you want these warrior tees right here, right, with Poseidon on the front, lightning, okay. So if you want any swag, right, and you want to learn any calisthenics whatsoever, go to West Coast Warriors with a Z.com. If you want any RDG clothing, go to rdgclothing.com. If you're in the Fresno Clovis area and you want some personal training, or you might need some online training, hit me up personally at my Instagram at Mark Valeriotti, VALERIOTE, or go to my website, markvaleriotti.com. And yeah, bro, like,
Yo,
and
bro.
then you can find all my Instagram stuff on there on my main page. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, and
Yeah.
follow PTA Wars at PTA Wars with the Z.
PTA Wars will do. Thanks,
Yeah.
bro. Yo, listen, man, it's an honor to have you. And yeah, bro, I appreciate your time, man. It's a pleasure to hear your story and be able to share your story through this channel, man.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for interviewing me, for hitting me up. You know, I think we have pretty similar goals with this sport. So I was more than happy to come on here and speak my thoughts. You know.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate that. For guys, you already know, man. Follow my guy right here at Mark on IG on the westcoastwarriors.com. We'll be sure to put all the links in the description. Or you just go to his IG page. I'm sure it's all there in the link in the bios. And guys, again, thank you for watching another episode, another interview with my good friend Mark from California from West Coast Warriors teams. Yeah. Guys, let's keep on spreading that word of positivity through calisthenics, and let's make sure we elevate this sport and let's get it recognized and give it the recognition it deserves on a more elite level. And let's hopefully we can get a whole broadcasting soon. Maybe 5-10 years down the line, I'll be there, you know, doing some of the commentary, man. Being that I started this channel, they might want me there. Yeah. I'm down, bro. I'm down. You know, I'm just thinking the future.
We're commentating on the competition. It'll be like, oh, okay, we see, you know, like Kyle Corbin, he throwing up that 720 and stuff.
Facts. Straight into punch. Are you guys watching this? Dude,
yes, that is what we need, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I feel like through this channel, we're gonna be able to, you know, get to that movement, man. It's just a matter of time and our effort as a community to push that mission forward and that statement forward, man.
Yes, bro. Sure. I couldn't agree more, man.
Let's unite and let's do this, bro. Let's do this together as a community. Well, man, again, thank you, bro.